Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My topic of presentation is about metaphysical poet John Donne. John Donne was born in 1572 and died in 1631. John Donne was a major Elizabethan and Jacobean poet. He is called the monarch of wit in English literature because his intelligence can be clearly seen in his work. He was a poet, priest, and lawyer. John Donne was born in Roman Catholic family when the practice of that religion was illegal. He studied at Oxford and Cambridge universities, but didn't get degree from any of the universities because he refused to take the oath of supremacy. And the oath of supremacy was related to the Church of England, and Church of England was in strong opposition to Catholicism. He secretly married to Anne More in 1601. As a result, he lost his job and sent to jail by his father-in-law. From jail, John Donne wrote to his wife, John Donne and Donne undone. John Donne is pioneer of metaphysical poetry. There are six members of metaphysical poetry: John Donne, Herbert, Kirchhoff, Marvell, Wegum, and Trahan. John Donne belonged to an educated family. His father's name was also John Donne. His mother's name was Elizabeth Heywood. She was daughter of John Heywood, who was famous for interlude writing, and his famous interlude is Four Piece. John Donne's mother was niece of Thomas More, who is famous for his book Utopia. John Donne's poetry can be categorized into satires, elegies and verse, songs and sonnets, and divine poems. His collection of songs and sonnets published posthumously after his death. The themes of John Donne's poetry are mainly love, sexuality, and religion. Characteristics of John Donne's poetry. The unique characteristics of John Donne's poetry are the use of conceits. Conceits are of two types: Petrarchan conceits and metaphysical conceits. In Petrarchan conceits, lady loves are compared to heavenly objects like moon, sun, star, and constellations, while in metaphysical conceits, it is a far-fetched comparison between two totally different objects. John Donne is famous for his use of metaphysical conceits. For example, in Valediction forbidding mourning, he says, "If they be two, they are two so, as stiff twin compasses are two." Here he compares pair of compass with the pair of lovers. In The Flea, he says, "It sucked me first, and no sucks thee, and in this flea our two bloods mingle be." Here he compares flea biting with sexual union or marriage. While in Malediction of Weeping, John Donne has compared tears with globe. Second, the use of colloquial language. Colloquial language means simple, common language, ordinary conversational language, or no formal language. John Donne used colloquial language in his poetry. For example, in Canonization, he says, "For God's sake, hold your tongue and let me love." Wit. John Donne is called the monarch of wit in English literature. Thomas Cribb attributes John Donne in following verse in his elegy, an elegy upon the death of the Dean of Paul, Dr. John Donne. He says, "Here lies the king that rule as thought fit, the universal monarch of wit." Next characteristic is Baroque and Mannerism style. John Donne has famously used Baroque and Mannerism in his poetry. It is a style in which the language is decorated by using metaphors, paradox, conceits, and other literary devices. Literary works of John Donne include By Athanatos. It was written in 1608 but published posthumously after his death. In By Athanatos, John Donne defended suicide or self homicide by saying that suicide is not sinful. Second, anti Catholic polemics. John Donne belonged to Roman Catholicism, but later he converted to Anglicanism on James I's suggestion. He became priest in Church of England, later became dean there. He wrote two anti-Catholic polemics, after conversion of sect. First was Pseudomartis, written in 1610, and second, the Ignatius His Conclave, written in 1611. Anniversaries. He has written two anniversaries which are basically elegies. First is an Autonomy of World, which was written in 1611. It was written in memory of demise of Elizabeth Dury, daughter of his patron Robert Dury. And second is The Progress of Soul, which was written in 1612. Next work is Nocturnal upon St. Lucy Day, being shortest day. It was written when Donne's friend Lucy and his daughter died. Holy Sonnets. The Holy Sonnets are also known as Divine Meditation or Divine Sonnets, are series of 19 poems written by John Donne. These sonnets published 2 years after his death. All these sonnets are written in the style of Petrarchan sonnets. And Petrarchan sonnets contain two quatrains, each of 4 lines, and one set of 6 lines, and total 14 lines. In 17 Holy Sonnet, he mourned the death of his wife, and this 17th sonnet is also important for phrases like no man is no man is illand, means no man is self-sufficient, everyone relies on others. This phrase is taken by Thomas Merton as the title for his book, No Man is Island. The second phrase is for the whom the bell tolls. It marks the death of a person. John Donne says, we are all the part of mankind. Any person death is lost to all of us. Ernest Hemingway used this phrase for his novel as a title, For Whom the Bell Tolls. The Songs and Sonnets. John Donne has written songs and sonnets before and after his marriage. Before his marriage, mostly the theme were pretty women's promise and promise of pleasures, and after his marriage, the themes changed to spiritual love and pleasures. Next work is Devotion upon Emergent Occasions and Several Steps in My Sickness. It is a prose work published in 1624, in which he has discussed stages of life like birth, sickness, death, and rebirth. And it was written when he was suffering from relapsing fever and typhus. This prose is divided into 23 parts, and three subsections. First is meditation, the stage of illness, and second is postulations, his reaction to that stage, and third is prayers, seeking peace with the disease. John Donne's first biography was written by Isaac Walter, the famous biography writer in his series of biographies, Complete Angler. Thank you.